Hi, everybody. How is everyone? Yay, it's so good to see all of you. So good to see all of you. So, what is up? What's going on today? Let me clean my glasses so I can see the screen. But you see who I have here with me? Yay. And I've got some fun stuff to share with you. Here I am. Yay! Nadine is here. Have we missed Nadine? It's not the same without her. So Sonia's here. Nadine is here. Let me see who else. Yay! There we go. Trying to get this thing set up just right. It's a tricky thing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Vicky is here. Susan, first one here. And I just wanted to say something to you guys. I hope you won't mind. But I was so touched by how amazing Susan was on last week's stream. And she is always on the ball. Pardon me. She's always on the ball, welcoming everyone, making sure that if someone asks a question, I see that they've asked it, putting our mailing address. I was just so touched and overwhelmed because not only is she smart, she's lovely, caring, but she's so generous and giving. So I just wanted to say in front of all of you that each of you adds something very special to the group, but every once in a while, I have to give a shout out when I feel like somebody has gone above and beyond the call of duty, and that is our Susan Smith. So everyone, if you would give her a vote of thanks, because she's a doll baby. Our Diana Wright's back with us. She's been so busy of late. And there's our other sunshine, Cheryl Lemon, and our Nadine, our two sunshine ladies. They just exude sunshine. So hello, everyone. I was sitting down here 5 minutes to 3 because my normal check-in time now is 3:05. And that just gives me that minute to take a deep breath. And plus, I like listening to Wait, Don't Tell Me. And it goes off at 3. So, but today I was sitting here at 5 to 3 and I could not get my tripod to work right. I have been changing it so much because I've been doing videos. I've got some good news to tell you about that. Yes, we're going to miss Patricia. I did see her. I was lucky enough to see her email today. But how wonderful to see. Oh my gosh, all my favorite people. Sonia is here. Boy, do I have respect for Sonia after cutting out the Jenny Beyer month 4 block of the month. Oh my goodness. I sat here, I know, for about 6 hours cutting that stuff out. And I was exhausted by the end. So anyway, and yes, and I do want to thank Miss Diane 57 because I know that I can relax and they are going to handle things that I might not be at the moment looking at. And yes, we're going to miss Miss Bonnie. In fact, Charlotte Miller's here. My Charlotte. Oh, guys, I'm going to try to find a picture. Charlotte, can I show them your new haircut, beautiful girl? And yes, Miss Kiwi is here. I've been telling you I would bring her. And then I've got some interesting things. So, Susan, you might want to help me out here. I have some vintage linens to show you. Remember those boxes I had on that table? I finally went through them. Oh, I'm so glad, Cheryl. Thank you. Well, you know, the thing is, if you get the free pattern, you can do it whenever you have the time. So that's the good news about that. So, but I'm going to see if I can find... and I haven't seen Bonnie's haircut. I couldn't see the picture on the thing. I've got to see Bonnie's haircut. So, but I've got some vintage linens to show everyone. I've got a little harbinger of fall to show everyone. Remember those wooden buttons that I got a few weeks ago? Well, I made what I said, what in the world am I going to make with these? Then I found all of my Pasanki, my egg decorating supplies, and let me see. I've got a new camera stand I'll show you, and there are a couple other things. I only bought 2 things this week, so I'll show you that. But anyway, let me hold on 1 second. I want to see if I can show you my Charlotte's haircut. And is that okay? Did Charlotte say? Oh, Charlotte said she doesn't care. And Charlotte, your movie, The Avengers, blew all the historic movies out of the water. It is amazing. So, and I think that's the one you like, Charlotte. A harbinger. Harbinger. I come up with these weird old words, don't I? Harbinger means like a premonition or a forecaster of something coming up, a sign of something coming up. So let me see. I'm going to find my Miss Charlotte. I'll be right there. It's just it. Oh my God. She is so cute with her new haircut. So I'm going to show you a before picture of her. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Okay, let's see. And then, so you remember my Miss Charlotte. Oops, let me get it in front of, whoops, hold on. So here's Miss Charlotte with her long hair. Y'all remember that, right? Now, you just wait till you see. Ready? You ready, everybody? Here is Miss Charlotte with her haircut. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't she fantastic? So, I thought I would share that with you because Charlotte has style and has pizzazz. I mean, how cool is that? Okay, really, how cool is that? So let me close this out so I can now see what y'all are doing. But isn't that great? I mean, her hair was so heavy, like a horse's mane, you know, so much thick hair. And she had it cut and styled, and it's like shaved on one side and flipped over. I mean, hello. Isn't she cool? She's so much cooler than me. I have to try to be cool. Charlotte just comes by it naturally. Comes by it naturally. Deborah Donnell's here, and Lisa Cape Quilts is back. I had such fun having Lisa here. And oh, thank you, Susan. She is a doll baby. And but anyway, Lisa, I went back and watched a couple more of I love your new studio. Oh my gosh, Lisa. If any of y'all haven't checked into Lisa Cape Quilts, oh my gosh, she has got a studio to die for. It is gorgeous. So, yeah, the asymmetrical haircut she got. I mean, and you know what? Way to go, Mom. My daughter Becky for saying, you want that haircut? Go for it. Because I learned, oh, that's what I was going to show you. Remember I told you about my son and his hairstyles? I think, let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see if I can find them. And let me see. Let me see. I found them the other day, and I thought I put them someplace safe. Okay, are you ready to see my son when he was in high school? I can't wait to show you this. You're just gonna die. Okay, because I told him, if he wanted to do this stuff, go for it. Are you ready? This is my son who's now 33 when he was in high school. That's his own hair that he dyed and then glued into shape of a Christmas tree. He put miniature ornaments on it, a battery-powered light set, and the star on top. Yes, that was my son. That was my baby boy. And he told me he always wanted to win the hair superlative, the senior superlatives on hair. He did. He won it. But, of course, there were kids that thought, oh, he's so weird. But is that the cutest? So I think Charlotte got her coolness factor from her Uncle Chris. Oh, but Kiwi's doing uppy downy. Kiwi wants to say hello. Do you mind if Kiwi says hello for a moment? Kiwi, you want to say hello? Up, step up. Good girl. Oh, I know you're so excited. You're so excited. You want to say hello? Huh? So anyway, I've been so busy filming videos that Kiwi's like, what about me? What about me? She's talking right now. I wish you could hear. What are you saying? What are you saying? Did you want to give me a kiss? Hey, want to give me a kiss? She just does the sound now. She's like, I don't have time to actually kiss you. Okay, want to do uppy downy? Good. Now how about we do dance, 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 dance? Yeah. Oh, we're doing uppy downy again. But how about dance, dance, dance? Do you want to do dance, dance, dance? Huh? So she knows I'm talking and I'm excited, but she's not quite sure why. What? Yeah. You want to get up? Get on there. Okay. Here. Why don't you stand on the back of the... She likes to stand on the back of my laptop. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Huh? You want to say hi? But yeah, Charlotte does look beautiful. I was so tickled with that haircut. What? What? Kiwi. Want to do uppy downy, uppy downy? Huh? No? You're just not sure what's going on, are you? I know. I know. She doesn't quite know what to do. So, and she'll stand near my hair. Sometimes she gets nervous and what are we doing? Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Nikki Phipps. Hello, Nikki. Are you new here, sweetie? It is good to see you. Oh, she's going to play with my necklace. When I went camping, I restrung my necklaces. I have a big head, and so I put them all on elastic string. I had them on some waxed thread, but that was getting worn out. So, and this is just a bag of buttons I got from Joann Fabrics with a coupon for just like $3. And I made a necklace out of it. So this is fun. All right. So, and Nikki, hi, Nikki. We are tickled you are here. And I know it might seem silly that I've got this bird on me, but she has been around since just a month after I started the live streams. And so I showed everybody. And in fact, the first time she didn't actually make it on the screen because one of the dogs wanted to play with her and she ended up in shock. So she had never seen a dog and they just wanted to make her stay still so they could sniff her. So they put their paw on her tail feathers and all of her tail feathers came out. So, but now they're much better friends. She still has a respectful concern about them, but because they don't understand that she weighs 3 ounces, What? You want to go back to your stand? Huh? Ready? Go back. Good girl. Good girl. So, all right. Got a few things to show you. I have missed everyone here. I tell you what I'm going to do. Can I show you what I've been working on this week? All right. I have lots to show you, people. All righty. Watch out, Kiwi. Don't worry. You remember this, Kiwi. Oops. Let me pin it back up. Okay. Here we are. And I have been working on this like a fiend. Okay. Here it is. So I don't know. Let me turn on a light because I don't know. I want to see if you can tell the difference since I did the thread painting. But I haven't quite finished, and I'll take it down in just a moment. But I wanted to see what you thought. So I'm really taking it kind of slow, doing it carefully so that I don't have to rip out too much. Last night I had to rip out some. So let me go ahead and put this back. What was that, Kiwi? Here are your seeds. Okay. So let me show it to you. All right. I think you can really tell with the sunset that I've done thread painting. And then see in the grasses, I did some embellishing. There, I used eyelash yarn to do some embellishing. And I'm working on trying to figure out how to thread paint the sand. I had to rip out a bunch of zigzag stitches because it just made the sand look too rough. Now, where I like the thread painting is what I did for the water because I used some thread that had a little bit of glitter in it. And I think that it really kind of it emphasizes the sheen in the water. But I haven't finished the good parts yet. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it next. But here is the sky. And with the thread painting, it kind of, see how it gives it some emphasis. So I think it's coming along, but I'm taking it slow. So last night I had to rip out all of this beach stuff. So I've got enough for at least 2 episodes. And last night I worked until 1. I had the first episode. I had the first episode just about ready to download. I put on the introduction on the beginning and the end, and I was so excited. And then it froze, and I lost it. It's supposed to auto-save, but for whatever reason, it didn't work. So all I'm going to do right now is show you a few things to get you excited about what I still have to do on the quilt. Here are some Angelina fibers. So the videos I still have, I can't fit all into one video, so I'm gonna have to probably do 2, maybe 3. But the Angelina fibers, you know about those. They iron press to each other, but they just are so delicate, like hair, but they have that little glittery glow. Then I want to make sure those waves really pop. I've got some white pearlescent or opalescent thread That's what I'm going to use in my lightest areas. Now, I think that this beach landscape is a little too small for this. But look at the things you can use that, I mean, it might have been in style in the 1970s, but I save all that stuff because you never know. Now, look at this copper metallic thread. Isn't that gorgeous? So, I've got that. I've got gold metallic. I'm thinking about those sunsets, ladies. And then I've got some navy blue or ocean colored Angelina fibers. Wouldn't they be pretty? And I'm trying to, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm trying very hard to be gentle. Oh, yeah, head scrunchies. I'm trying to be careful and not overdo it. Then, look at this holograph. Would that be pretty up in that sunset? And then I have this. I have this and a darker one that I could use just a touch of with the waves. So what I didn't buy any of this except the Angelina fibers new. I found stuff from people clearing out their sewing stuff. This was a cool one in all the water and stuff. So what I do is I'm just on the lookout. Let me put all this stuff away. I think I showed you these, that holographic, that came, I got it off of Sew It for Sale or eBay or something for $20 instead of $47. So what I do is I just look for good sales, and when I see it, I grab it. Because sometimes when people decide they don't want to do any more embroidery, they will sell their thread for next to nothing. So, okay. So I showed you that. So at least you know, yes, she's serious. I felt so bad that I hadn't gotten it done this week. You know, it's just, it's hard. But please remember that when I do a video, I take hours worth and I then have to edit it down to an hour or less. And that takes me sometimes 10 hours to do. And then about an hour to save and upload it. So it's a considerable amount of time. But I love it. All right. So let me bring my magic cart over here. Kiwi's having a good time. Okay. So a couple weeks ago, I bought these buttons from China. I love going on eBay and finding crafting things. You can save so much money. And I bought these wooden buttons. And I said, what do you think I use these for? What do you think? Did anybody guess? I'm trying to remember what you said back then. I don't quite remember, but let me pull the camera a little bit more. Oops. Okay. So, let me get back down for bowls. Yeah, and you know what? These would be, if you could fill in these would be great for like a dollhouse. I'll show you what I am using them for. I have wanted to start an Etsy shop for the longest time and sell crafts because, you know, I love keeping my hands busy. This is what I made with them. You see? Have you ever seen these before? These are they call them ring pin cushions. I put a little bit of 1/4 inch elastic on the bottom, and then I use the wooden button. And the nice thing about the slots is the 1/4 inch elastic fits right in. And I got this hole bag of buttons for like $2. Can't beat it. But isn't that sweet? So I quickly made up the little pin cushions, and I used polyester stuffing, but on the top I used some walnut shells so that it helps also keep your pins sharp. Yeah, I tried some out of acorns and it didn't quite work before, but I thought that the wooden holders, I think, make them look a little classy. So I'm going to hopefully sell these on, if Etsy works out their problems, I'm hoping to sell these. So, and I just thought the wooden buttons, I used to use like water bottle lids, but I thought these were a little classier. So, okay. So I got 2 bags for the last one. So now I have 3 bags. I'll show you these linens in a minute. The harbinger of better times to come. Let me click. I went out to feed my chickens, and I had a chicken die yesterday. Charlotte, I lost an old hen. She was one of my older girls. I have a feeling she might have gotten egg bound. And by the time we found her, she was just about gone. But look what I found on the way out to check my chickens. It's a brand new acorn from this year's bunch, this year's crop. So this is important because it's hot. We're tired of summer. The heat wave about did us in. But this reminds you that fall is coming. So, yes, I was okay with the chicken. Mark was like, he was worried I was going to be really upset. But I know that my girls, they're 5+ years old, and I knew I'm going to start losing them. And I think that I kind of have adjusted to, I think when their time comes, I'm going to let them go and then maybe get out of the chicken business. I told Mark, when it's so hot and I have to go out and take care of them, it's miserable. Or when it's so cold and snowing, I have to go outside and take care of them, and it's miserable. So, and right now I've got 3 more other elderly chickens, so I'm not really getting the egg production I would like. But once they're at my house, they stay until they leave on their own, if you know what I mean. So anyway. Oh, thank you, Susan. I thought that was pretty good for a chicken. So then I wanted to show you this envelope. Now, most of y'all would say, well, that's junk mail. But to me, this is not junk at all. Does anybody know why I was excited to see this gorgeous envelope? Because look at the colors in this envelope. They're beautiful. Yes, Susan and Diane 57 and Cheryl. This is going to be beautiful for beads. It is most perfect. It's light to dark ombre tones of mauve. And I love it. So I get excited, and I put that in the, save that one pile. All right. Now, let me put some of my buttons back. And in a little bit, I'll push back stuff and show you how much better my room's getting. This week, I didn't have a chance to do a whole lot on it because the videos were most important. But I did make some progress. All right. Uh-oh, you're on the floor. How did you get on the floor? Come back up here. Get back up there, silly. So this week, I saw an ad that said a 20-yard bolt of PFD, prepared for dyeing fabric, for $7.98. And it was on Walmart. And so I Ordered it, hoping I was really getting a bolt of 20 yards for $7.98, $7.99. So I ordered two because I thought, I've got to try this. Well, no, I got 2 yards. But it's really nice. Kona prepared for dyeing and bleach white. And because you remember, I told you that I'm going to be starting my dyeing again soon. And last night I went into my laundry room where I keep some of my supplies, and I started finding lots of stuff. I was so glad, because you know what bothers me is I've moved 8 or 9 times in my adult life, and sometimes you lose stuff. So I was a little concerned, what if I can't find it? I was so happy to find it. Yay. So, yeah. Fall. Oh, I love fall too. Oh my gosh. And I am happy to live in an area where we have all the seasons. So, that part's nice. Oh, now Nadine, honey, sweetheart, how is the heat? Has it come back to your area of Germany? Because I had heard that some of the heat was back in Europe. And I always worry about Nadine. In fact, they said, I think some areas of England were 106. It's like, that's ridiculous. So, was Lisa saying she's going to leave? I hope not. So, anyway. Okay. Oh, Yolanda Nielsen. Hello, sweetie. Yay. Oh, Nadine, I'm so sorry the heat came back. We had it for what, a week, ladies? And that was enough for us. That was enough. I'm sorry. Hi, Kathleen Kendall. You're not late. You're just in time. Let me take some, it's just water. Let me take a sip of my water. And don't forget, if you would like to join our Yahoo group. We have a Yahoo group for Our Time to Quilt, and it gives us a chance. We've really gotten to know each other. We've gotten very close on it, but it gives you a chance to post pictures of work you're doing or important things in your life. It gives you a chance to get free patterns, because there's a couple of us that do a pretty good job of putting free patterns on. Gives you a chance to ask questions, get help with any quilting issues, and sometimes just to get a nice soft shoulder to rest on. I had to do that this week. So if you would like to join our group, Susan Smith Art, boy, I mean, I tell you the truth, this girl's sharp. So these are from the boxes of vintage linen that a customer, back when I used to do some quilts for people, this man came to me and he had a quilt from his grandmother who was 95. And this would have been in probably 2007, 2008, and she was 95. And so that means she was born in what? 1908, 1910, and at the most. And these were her linens, things she had saved. And I could tell that she was in a nursing home and really was kind of going downhill. And he said, I just want to give these linens. I hate to throw them away. I want to give them to somebody who might treasure them. And I said, well, okay, but if you ever need to come back and get them. Well, I put them in a closet and forgot about them. But I finished the quilt that she had. He said, I really want to give her that quilt because I know it would mean a lot to her to have it finished. So I did that way back when. But I finally opened up the boxes and looked in them to see what was actually in there. I mean, it only took me, 12 years to open the box, 11 years? And there were 4 boxes. This is so cute. It is crocheted with like cotton string. And it feels like the string used to tie meat. You know how when you tie up a roast or something? But isn't that sweet? It's a round circle with homemade crochet on the edge. And it's just so sweet. And it makes, looking through this box, the feeling I got, and this would have been, I don't know if this was during the Depression or what, but you made do, you reused, you recycled. That was a way of life. And to make something nice, you found string and did a little crochet and sewed it on something. You enjoyed making a home. And Susan. Oh, Carol Wickard. Yes. Let's help Carol get there. So Carol, you got to listen to Susan too, and she'll tell you where to send me an email. Once you send me an email, I will send you an invitation. I'll also send you a link to the site where if my invitation doesn't work for you, that you can request to join. So, and any of you, just remember, we're Our Time to Quilt on Yahoo. So, Susan Smith says she does needle tatting. And you might want to know, what does needle tatting look like? I'll show you. This is a linen pillowcase that the woman needle tatted a sweet little edge on. Isn't that sweet? Look at that. Isn't that sweet? So I just thought you'd like to see that. And needle tatting is very intense because you use regular thread or a thread that's similar to regular thread, and you just run it out of a circle, making like a little series of knots. There she goes. Rings and picots. Okay. Isn't that, see all those tiny little, but that is so sweet. That is so sweet. And it's funny because linen feels a little rougher than the new percales we're so used to, but they're so sweet. Now this piece of fabric is from an old fertilizer sack. How do I know? There's another one in there that's still got the stamp on it. So this is an old fertilizer stack, and I recognize this as a crochet lace. And look how she put it on. And so she used a needle to get it through, make a hoop, and then do a little, and she did a chain, and then the little crocheted shells. But look at this, out of what was a fertilizer sack. Isn't that the sweetest? And it's a little rough. I mean, it's coarse, but oh my gosh. And who knows what she used it for? Maybe it went on the back of a chair or the back of a sofa. But let me get my, and if anyone, you know what, I'll probably go through them. And if I do another giveaway, anybody who, just keep in the back of your mind, if you think you'd like some of the linens, I will share. So, well, I learned to do it because I wanted to see what it was like. And I got the really tiny crochet needles. And it's the same as big crochet, just a lot smaller. Now look at this. This is a lot more intricate. This is a crocheted lace. And you can tell this is handmade. This is not machine because of the way it was attached. Let the camera adjust. There you go. See how it was attached? See this? So that's how you can tell she, honest to goodness, did this herself. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I have no idea how to do this. I'm sure these are just very dense triple chains. But here was another piece of linen, and it has 4 beautiful corners. Isn't that lovely? And then look here, she did these little tiny shells. Isn't that sweet? And you remember, linen comes from plant material, just like cotton, but it comes from flax. And if you've ever seen it, they take the stems of the flax plants and they beat them over. First, they beat them and break them up. Then they pull them over a series of nails that get finer and finer until it's glistening, glossy, beautiful. In fact, on YouTube, there is a video on how to make linen from the flax plant. And it's fascinating to see. Okay. I think that was all for... There is more stuff in there, trust me. But I just kind of I couldn't show you all 4 boxes. Look at this pillowcase. It's another piece of linen. And linen is just a heavy wearing stuff. Cotton was still considered a little more exotic. And look at the beautiful, beautiful hand crocheting she did on this pillowcase. Now this is so pretty. This would have been for the pillow sham that laid on top of her bedspread. She would have wanted to show that off. But I'm sure that she probably stitched up her own. Yes, this is hand stitched. And the hem, at least. Yes, it's hand stitched. It's all handmade. So I have no idea how old this is. But is that sweet? I'm just not sure what to do with them. Okay, now for the funny side. Well, obviously she had a husband, because guess what this is? These are his long johns. Isn't that cute? And actually, they're so comfortable. They're a knit cotton. And they're so comfortable. I wish I was small enough to get in it. These are a men's size 40. Is that the cutest? But they just are soft as they could be. It was called Premier, regular brand, size 40. Okay. Now, you ready for something else kind of funny? Her drawers were in there. So this is what women wore at the turn of the century for underwear. And you know what? They're very soft. They're very soft. But you can tell they weren't into form-fitting. So here were her drawers. Here is, she got fancy. Here is a dyed peach drawers. Are these fancy or what? And it's cute because they're kind of stretched out in the seat. Isn't that the cutest thing? So this was sexy underwear in the turn of the century. Oh, baby, baby. I think they're cute, but they're so soft. I wish we'd go back to that stuff. They are nice. And then here's a nightgown I found in the bag. Did I ever tell? Yes, I told you that in the quilt I have that dates to 1890, there were gowns and slips and everything used inside as the foundation pieces. So here is a nightgown. And this is pretty utilitarian, not very fancy. And it's also linen. And look where the neck had worn. I can see that wearing. So they put a patch over it. Because you didn't throw stuff out and go get a new one. That would have been way too wasteful. You just put a patch on it and kept going. So I love this. It's a sweet little nightgown. In fact, it's got patches all over. There's another patch here for the shoulder. And you could probably imagine, they had a bag or basket for the mending. And here is a 100-year-old button. Although maybe this is not that old. It looks plastic to me. But this is, I mean, I guess the button could be a later addition. Because I haven't noticed anybody wearing a nightgown like this. Oh, the elbows had the sleeves. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the back of the sleeve had worn, so there was a patch put on that. So you patched it all. All right, I think that's it for that. Now I have the cutest little jacket. Now, I don't know if this was made to be a bad jacket or just a jacket. But what I wanted to show you, you can tell she made this, and it was machine stitched. They evidently didn't have zigzags on the machines then, because in all of this, even the professional clothing, there was no zigzagging or finishing of the edges at all. But I want you to see what she used for the interfacing of the edge. Look what she used. A scrap of fabric from something else. Isn't that something? She didn't go out and buy interfacing or buy bias tape. She made it from what she had there. And you can see how when they don't finish edges, this is 100% cotton. Or actually, this is either, I'm thinking this is either a feedsack cotton or maybe it has some linen. Okay, but I just thought that was so cute. Yeah, Treadles only had straight stitches. And talking about frugal, she's got a bunch of aprons. And this one's got an old safety pin. Oh my goodness. And see this apron? Now, where do you think it wears out? Right in the tummy area where you lean against tables and cabinets. So what do? You put a patch on it. So even an apron. And she's got a bunch of aprons, and they're all the same style. So she knew how to make an apron, and that's what she did. And she even cut into the garment, because when this bottom part of the fabric went further out so that she could put a few gathers. Uh-oh, my finger just hit a ripped place, and it just came right apart. It is definitely threadbare. There are some in better shape. But you see these? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure these are feed sacks. And I've always wanted to get some feed sacks, but never did. And now there are two of pillowcases just like this. And they are so coarse. I'm just sure they're feed sacks. And they're handmade. Yes, let me see. Hold on. I know the hem is hand done. So this feed sack, she either got two just alike or cut it up. It was a big enough feed. Oh, they're all hand sewn. It's all hand sewn. It's hand sewn. Let me see. Do you see? Anytime you see spaces in between the stitches, and then look at the hem. Hand done. And I'm pretty sure these were feed sacks. Isn't that cute? So I'm tickled to have feed sacks. I'm tickled. Because you can pay a lot of money for feed sacks. And I'm pretty sure this is another one. The designs weren't quite the prettiest, but, you know, it was free. You used the chicken feed that was in it, or the flour, or the fertilizer, and then you use the fabric. And a lot of times, what was I going to say? But you would buy a specific brand just to be able to get the feed sack or what color, and look at I think this is called crow's stitch or bird's foot stitch. But look, just any little opportunity she had. And you know, ladies, that back then, this stitch was to also hold it down. That was to hem it. Because here's a place where it kind of missed the fabric edge a little bit. So this was a hem stitch, and she did it decorative at the same time. Isn't that sweet? But, you know, it took so much time. 100 years ago, it took so much time to do everything, to cook a meal, to have chicken dinner on Sunday. Somebody had to stay back from church, butcher the chicken, and then pluck it and gut it and then get it ready to cook. And it was roasting a chicken was an all-day thing. So fly stitch. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's a great idea, Diana, right? They just used everything. Yeah. Okay, now this is, I believe, a homemade dress. But it follows a pattern I saw of another one that was a store-bought. And they even made little homemade shoulder pads for it. But what surprised me was how thin. Do you see how thin this fabric is? Look at that. You can see the light behind me through it. Let me see. I think you can. Hold on. Which side? Okay, that side. But this dress is so thin. And it says on, another one said on the label, 100% cotton. And look at these buttons. Isn't that sweet? Now, by that button and having that rhinestone in the center, that tells me this was a Sunday go-to-church dress. But look at this. And then the folded sleeves. To me, this looks 1930s, 1940s. But isn't that sweet? Now, I did notice that there is a little bit of sewn in interfacing around the edge. See that? And then in the waistband, they did have a little bit of tape. And I guess they felt like for the gathers and the pleats, they had to have something a little sturdier to hold that. But there is something curious about this dress, and I would love it if y'all could help me figure out why this is. Doesn't make any sense to me. Under one of the arms of the dress, this is in the bodice, there is a zipper. Under the one of the arms, there's a zipper. Does anyone know what this is, why they would put a zipper under arm? It buttons up the front from the waist up. And I don't know. I don't know what that zipper is. And it's a sturdy zipper. I thought about, was it used for nursing? It maybe was, but it was only on one side. She couldn't reach the back? Huh. Nadine, it was lovely to have you here. Take good care and have a great week. Please stay cool, okay, hon? So I just thought that was very interesting to have a zipper in the side. And the hem had, so she did get some tape, special bias tape for the hem, or hem tape. But I thought that was so sweet. Then, this is a purchase dress. And I just think it's lovely. It's delicate and lovely. A lot of these dresses at one time had a belt. They no longer have the belt with them. But one thing I wanted to show you, and you can see here, this was purchased and 100% cotton. And I just wanted to show you that none of the seams are finished. None of the seams are finished at all. See? So I need to look that up and see when they started having finished seams. But I have a feeling that since these were saved, these were the going to church or going to parties or going to social events. See the little cute little pearl buttons? Isn't that sweet? And one more thing. This is an interesting dress. And this was made a little later, I think, because they did have a double needle stitching, which kind of could, yeah, which kind of could be used to finish off a seam. And this, I'm pretty sure, was homemade. And I know it is. I know it was. Although, wait a minute. I started to say, look at what color thread they used to hem it. They used a dark thread, which, hold on, let me let it focus. You can see the pricks of the dark thread. But if you look inside the front placket, this is what color the dress was at first. It was a navy. So it makes sense. It makes a little bit more sense. Now, you know, this is interesting. Oh, it tore. This tore. I'll show you. Somehow, the dress must have gotten caught on something, and it ripped right here between the buttons. So she came from behind and stabilized it. She didn't know to pull the edges together, so she just stabilized them down right where they were. That's interesting. So, but I like the little pockets. This is of a weight. Kiwi, what are you doing down here? But this is of a weight that I think it was a house dress. And the weight and the fabric and the fact that it has these nice big pockets, because, you know, if you're cleaning house and cooking and stuff, you've got to have pockets. But the reason I wanted to show you this is look at the lace, assertion, and I guess you call it entredot. Look at that. So even though this was homemade, somebody took a little bit of time. They had some of the white that they edged the pockets, and then some of the dress fabric itself, and did that little stitch that joined the two pieces together. And let me stretch them out so you can see. Isn't that fascinating? So I just thought this was lovely. This is just lovely. And here I'll show you the double needle stitching. So by this point, they had a machine that would do a double needle. And that way you could kind of finish. Now, I did see one dress in the box that had French seams. But, and as always, I love the buttons. Aren't they cute? This is an early plastic. So that's some of the highlights that were in the box. And I will pull out some more at another time. But I thought you might like to see that. The sad thing is, I don't know what to do with them. I don't think they have any value except the kind of emotional value. But most of them are not in the best of shape. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I thought about giving them to the little theater, but they're not in good enough shape. You know, they would have to be a little firmer. So if you can help me think of what to do with them, let me know. Yeah, and you know what? It might be the best thing is just use the best parts of the fabric and make a vintage quilt. You get an old pattern that probably would have come from a newspaper, and that would be sweet. That might be the best thing. Make aprons out of them because I don't want to just throw them away, but it'd be interesting. Yeah. So, yes, older buttons were made out of seashells, bone, wood. When I worked at the museum, our bones were metal, wood, and bone. So, oh goodness. And in fact, you know what? If you weren't rich enough to be able to buy metal or wood or bone buttons, they would just take some of the linen, stick some scraps of linen in it, and then whip around the bottom of it, make like a little ball button. And that way, you know, what are you doing? You want to say hi? When you uppy downy, huh? What? You want to do peekaboo? Want to do peekaboo? Ready? Peekaboo! There you are. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with yourself. Okay, go back on your... There you go. Even with her wings cut, you know, the wing feathers trimmed, she can still get around. So, yeah, it's a real tricky time period. I think if they were 50 years older, there would be like, ooh, an interest from museum. I'm not sure early 20th century, you know. Like I say, if they were in really good shape, then you probably could find a museum or theater company or something that might use them. So anyway, let me see. So this, oh, I know what. Okay. Oh, I want to show you pictures too. This is one of my new things I bought. See, it's got a tight thing. This is so that I can screw my camera on it, and you'll notice, especially when I did the part 2 of the beach landscape, I can now put the camera right down by the needle and the sewing machine, so you really see what I'm doing. Yay! This was only $10, and I'm really excited. My other exciting thing is Mark ordered me an articulating arm lamp that he's going to take the power off, take the lamp parts off, and put a connection on it for my camera so that when I'm doing these live streams, I can move the camera anywhere. Just that easy. I don't have to lift the tripod and try to get the tripod balanced and blah, blah, blah. So I'm so excited. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Oh, what would I do without y'all? So anyway, I found my directions. And last week I already showed you I had these little bags of dye. I've got candle holder, because you use this to heat up the kitska, which I'll show you in a moment. I've got plenty of matches. So I found all my little covered cups that I make my dyes in that I can keep them. Then I found my little egg dippers. Where are my kitskas? Here we go. I got 3 kitskas. And what you do is I take some beeswax. I heat up the kitskas. See these little things? They're cute little metal parts. And I heat them up. And then I rub it against the beeswax so beeswax will melt and go in the little cup. And then it'll come out the tiny little tip. And these are 3 different sizes. There's a large, medium, and small. So I am so excited. I've got my stuff here and my candle, my egg dipper. And in the other room, I found that I had a piece of board with nails done in threes, in little trios, so that as you work with the egg, you can sit it on top of the nails to let it dry. So I've got this. Soon as and Mark bought me a dozen eggs. Now you might say, well, Deb, why did you buy a dozen eggs if you have 7 chickens? Well, that's because my chickens lay brown, pink, dark brown, and green eggs. I don't have any that lay white eggs. So I have to buy them. So what I'm going to do probably tonight is take and wash my eggs and rinse them in vinegar to get off any kind of coating the chicken put on, any kind of wax, the layery, the hatchery, whatever might have put on them, and let them dry. And then after, and only after, I edit and put up the 2 or 3 videos on the beach landscape, then I'm going to take time for Deb, and I'm going to do some Pasanki. And I did pronounce it wrong last week. It is Pasanki. I say Pasanki. I'm from down south, but I've got to try to learn Pasanki. So anyway, who's leaving? Yolanda? Yolanda, it was so nice. And please come back, because you never know. You know, we talk mostly quilting, but we veer into a lot of other things. So anyway, but I will make a video as I'm doing the Pasanki, and I'm excited. Oh, I forgot. I meant to bring down my bobbin lace pillow, and I've got to contact my friend and see if she'll do a demo for you. It's amazing to watch. She sometimes on her lace pillow has 100 bobbins, and she knows exactly which ones where to twist over this. You know, if you stop and think about it, lace making, knitting, crocheting, it's all about tangling threads for a purpose. So it wasn't, man, amazing to realize, you know, if I start running these in together, I've really got something. So anyway, oh, she sent me an email to join. Well, thank you. And I want to make sure, who was the other lady? I've forgotten her name now. Oh, Teresa Jukovic is here. Let's go right to photos, everybody, while I've got a good amount of you here. All right. First thing I'm going to do, let me close the window curtains so that you can see a little better, because that's a lot of sun. And I've got some really good things to show you guys. All right. Okay, turn the camera, and I will try very hard not to mess it up. Okay. Now, let me try one thing real quick. Okay, trying to darken the window a little so you can see. All right, so let's see what I've got. Whoops. Come on, pictures. All right. Mark took this picture of my side door, my new sign, but I've got some that are a little closer. And in fact, let's zoom in a little. So, okay. So there's my sign, but I will, let me see. I think I have to go this way. Yes. Okay, so right there it is, right there. It says, whoops, Deb's Studio. So I'm excited. I finally finished it, and it's hanging back up where it belongs. This is a butterfly bush, and oh my gosh, does it live up to its name. It has purple flowers on it, and it has just been amazing. Sorry, the picture is not as clear as I would like because I've kind of got it big. Sorry about that. All right, let's see. Oh, that's better. So there it's hanging on its sign. Hanging on its bracket. Okay, let's see. Now, no, no, hold on. I've got these. I just have to find them. Where is it? Here we go. All right, let me start up close. This is, oh gosh, now I've forgotten whose moon glow this is. It's the lady I'm supposed to work on it with. But that's her progress of moon glow. Here, I hope Diane doesn't mind. But oh my gosh, I had to show you this. It is gorgeous. Look at this work. If I ever did something like this, I'd be flagging people down on the street saying, look what I can do. Is that just beautiful? Look at that. Sorry, Diane, I just felt like I had to brag on you, sweetie. Okay, let's see what else. Whoops, come on. Well, hold on. Maybe I have to shrink this. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Oops, let me go back over. Here we go. This is another one of Diana's beauties. Isn't that gorgeous, ladies? Isn't that gorgeous? That woman is just plain talented. And then here is her finished. It's an Editar Sitar quilt. And it's Edita, I think. Yeah. It's just absolutely beautiful. She's binding this one today. And I hope her back is feeling better. And this is, she said she's got, I can't believe it, she's got our house quilt on the frame, ladies. So, soon. And I thought I was going to be sharing this with you, but no. Then I saw she'd already put it on our Yahoo group. So now I don't have that excitement. And she'll later share with you who gets this wonderful quilt. I love all that who participated. And isn't Diana just doing the best job on that? So let me now get it back down to size. So it'll let me go to the next one. Come on. Let me go to the next one. Come on. Oh, let me, hold on. Don't want to bore you here. All right, so let's see. Oh, here are some closer photos of her Edita sitar quilt. Look at this. I'm going to enlarge this, even though it's going to mess it up for me. Look at the work on that. Is that just beautiful? I don't think it gets any prettier than that. All right, let's see. Yep, it's going to make me go back to the beginning again. All right. Here's a close-up of her other quilt I just showed you. Oh, my sign. Oh, that's Sonia's quilts. Here is her Jenny Beyer Stellaris month 4. Here's a cute house block. Look at these blocks. You can tell they're going to be a bright quilt. And then her double wedding ring. Oh, there's another view of it. I don't know if I ever showed this view, but look how careful. She's got everything clipped together. Oh my goodness gracious. She's something else. I can't keep up with that. Okay, that might have been, let me go back to the thing. It might have been the last one. Yep, that was the last one. So let me go back, get you set up back here. Oops, back out. All right. It's funny, now the color is off on my camera, but Okay, let me close that out. Close it out. And come back to, there we are. Okay, so remember, if you would like to see your work on this Sunday live stream, send me an email with your pictures. Cheryl, you have done some really wonderful things, but one of my problems I had was that I can't download them from the site. So if you would let me, I would ask you very much, please send your photos directly to me, and so I can easily upload them. But I've been noticing Cheryl and some other ladies have done a really nice job of uploading photos on Yahoo, and I wish I could show them, but it won't let me. So, okay, and I'm going to show you. Whoops. How much better my room is looking. So, as you can see, I am making progress. Slowly but surely, I'm making progress. So, anything else, we're going to have to leave in about 5 minutes. But what are you working on? Any questions you have about anything you're working? Patricia Fry, did I see her name? She is here. Yay, Patricia. Woo. So, but anyway, that pile back there now is just 2 boxes and a couple things. Yay, yay, yay. So, check my email for garden photos. Oh, hold on. I've got to check this. I love your photos. I love it, and I love showing. I feel like it's a way for instead of y'all just sitting looking at my stuff, I get to enjoy your stuff with you too. So you darling people, you mean everything. You mean everything. So I will be checking. Maybe she didn't mean she has them right now, but I will keep checking. Oh, message was bounced. Susan Smith, you're going to have to break it up into smaller pieces. It says here now it was just a little too big. Sorry, sweetie. But if we can't show them this week, I will definitely show them next week. So, it is so, you do my heart good. I was telling Mark, I had gotten a little upset at not having the video out like I promised you. I said, I've been promising them every week, but I'll do the best I can. And you know, I try not to do things halfway. I try to do it the best way I know. And so I will work on it. And please know that I don't try to make promises I can't keep. Sometimes Mark says, Deb, time is not your friend. And I honestly, I was time challenged, and I had to learn how to try to be on time and to get things done in a timely way. But yes, please understand. If you put pictures in emails on Yahoo, like attach them, they're probably not going to be seen. You may have to put them in a photo. What I try to do, I didn't do it last week with my nature videos. Oh, you wait till I tell you what we have across the street now. Oh my God. Okay, hold on just a second and I'll tell you. But it's better if you can make a photo album, put your pictures in it, and then if you want to put a link that people can click that link and it goes boop, right to opens up your photo album. Because we love photos. Love, love, love. No, it's worse than a snake. Oh, and we thought we had read if you put mothballs in the hole, the snake will die or come out or something. I didn't want to kill it. I just wanted it to leave. Mark put some mothballs down there. You could smell them all around the house. He had to go get those mothballs out of there fast. And because I was like, oh my God, it was awful. So these old houses aren't, quite sealed as tightly as they should have been. But we haven't seen the snake, but we are going to try to block that hole. And somebody, when they put the brick is a decorative over the concrete foundation, and they just didn't put it to where it was really attached to the foundation good. So it's not a thing we have to worry about structurally with the house. Just it's not good to have a hole there. But anyway, what was I going to tell you? Oh, so across the street yesterday. Oh, thank you guys. Y'all are so good. Oh, yes. In fact, I got a terrible headache last night. But we read things and said, nope, an alligator. Michelle, you're good. What I saw was this dark, looked kind of blackish brown lump. And I mean, that lump was this big across the street at the edge of the pond. I said, Mark, something's over at the pond. He was like, what's at the pond? He went out and stood on the front porch. And then he came in and got his binoculars. And he said, there's something big and furry and dark brown black over at the pond. And it was about this big. And I said, honey, it's eating grass. I could tell that. But it was so furry, I couldn't really make out much about it. I said, it's not a groundhog because they're browner or lighter browner. This is brown black. And so I tried looking through his binoculars. I'm not good at looking through binoculars. But then I said, honey, I think it's a beaver because there's this black, the color of its body, flat thing behind it on the grass. He said, oh, I don't think it's a beaver. I said, I think it's a beaver. So what he did is he got his shoes on and went outside and walked towards the driveway and got a couple little rocks to make it move. We did notice that when it did move, it kind of lumbered like this. We were like, oh my gosh. Sure enough, a thing turned around to go back in the water. It's a beaver. Oh God. It is a beaver. I got on and read about them. They're 35 to 70 pounds, okay? So when I said it was this big, it was this big. And I don't know what we're going to do. The good thing is they're herbivores only. But they'll come and gnaw your trees down. They'll mess up that lake. I don't know what they're going to do to it. And you can't trap them unless it's trapping season, live trap them or whatever, let the trapper have. They were reintroduced sometime last century into North Carolina. Thank you. So anyway, now we have some snowy egrets that surprised us with an appearance. 2 years ago, we had a swan that hung around for a couple minutes. Didn't like her. She was pushy. She scared everything else off the lake. We have possums, raccoons. We have hawks, turkey vultures, of course, foxes. Is that enough? So deer, lots of deer. In fact, deers eat caladiums. I went out to check my caladiums the other day, and all there was a red stalk. All the leaves are gone. Red stalk. So anyway, yep, it was a flat, and Mark said you could see that flat. And he said that the animal looked wet, which made sense. So, oh my goodness, there's something. I mean, I told Mark if he doesn't hurt anything, he can stay. But we've noticed that the last couple of years, all the trees that ring the silt pond are dead. Now we know why. So, Yeah, the deer have eaten my caladiums, and we have rabbits. We have wild rabbits. So it's just amazing. Yeah, I am worried that they're going to end up killing, and I don't want them to come across the street and eat my stuff too, but we'll see. So beaver's a new one. I said I've never seen a beaver in real life. Never. So, and we found out though, when Mark threw the little rocks just to get it to move so we could kind of see what it was, because it was dusk and it was hard to see, it lumbered away into the pond. So I said, well, it doesn't seem like they're very aggressive. He looked it up. Oh, yeah. If it is trying to protect its young or its den, it can be very aggressive. He said, I even read on there, a man got killed by one. It's like, oh, gee. So anyway, oh my God. So I don't know. I'm just going to let the neighborhood association know. I go, you know why those trees have been dying all around the pond? Well, I got a good reason. Dynamite, oh no. But anyway, oh, it has been great talking to you all. I love you to bits. And it is so good to see you. And I have been scanning in a bunch of pictures of my son when he was a baby, because my daughter-in-law asked if I could please send them back in May. And I'm getting to it. She wrote me a reminder yesterday, and I went, oh, go get those pictures right now. So that just shows, always send me reminders, because I mean well, but sometimes I just forget. So it is so good to see all of you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel really good. Oh, and who was our member who fell last week? Because poor thing, I mistook it for Diana Wright, and I was saying, don't bounce off floors. And she said, that wasn't me. And I was like, uh-oh. But understand, too, if you come in and I don't mention you, it's because I haven't seen you. I'm so tickled for each and every. Oh, Diane 57. Oh, darling, are you okay now? Because I've worried about you ever since Diana Wright said it wasn't her. I thought, oh, that's so dangerous. So, and Nikki, please come back. We have enjoyed it. I am hoping that all of our people who've been here, Lisa, all of y'all, please come back. We love it. The more people, the more fun. So everybody take good, and cross your fingers. Diana's house will sell quickly. She did an amazing job. Nobody could have done better. No one could have done better. And Cheryl, you are doll baby. Cheryl is never allowed to quit our group, because I always know that Cheryl's messages are going to make me smile. So I just love y'all. Wait a minute. Nikki Phipps is your Nikki? Really? Yay! Oh my gosh, that makes me want to cry. Nikki, I'm so proud of you, hon. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, you got bruises are healing. Okay, when I went to the doctor the other day, they asked me 3 questions. Number 1, how are you feeling? Number 2, have you fallen lately, anytime in the last 3 months? And number 3, do you feel safe in your home? And that do you feel safe means, is there anyone, a caregiver or a spouse, anybody that you're afraid of? I told her, thank you for asking those questions, because, you hear horror stories. And I was just so pleased. And then I was able to say, nope, it's all good. So, oh, don't worry about Bonnie. Bonnie, her apartment house she lives in is being sold, so they're having to keep things very tidy for anybody that wants to come see the property. And so, oh, I love you all, and you make my Sunday. I told Mark, it's the best job in the world because used to be, oh, you hate going into work. And I can't wait. Sunday comes around, it's like, yay, live stream day. So y'all are the best. It's not really a job, but you know what I mean. I try to take it seriously like a job so that I can give you the best information and a lot of things to think about and inspire you. So, mwah. Well, Nikki, we couldn't be happier that you're here with us. I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. So, Nikki, I hope you keep coming back on your own computer, girlfriend, because you're the best. So, anybody else? Mariella Barnes. Aw. Oh, wow. It is so good to see all of you. Yes, Diane 57, keep healing. Let those bruises keep healing, darling. I'm sorry I didn't realize it was you last week. Carol, we're going to finally get you in our group. You don't worry, sweetheart. And wow, it's good seeing everybody. And how awesome that now Nikki can sit and do her own typing and keep up with us and, tell us things she loves. And Nikki, okay, you love purple. Is there one more thing you would like to tell us that you love? Like, what is your favorite ice cream, Nikki? Sonia, it's so good to see you. Okay, good for you, Mariella. Don't worry. I'm sorry if you get held up sometime, but we love you anyway. Uh, Thank you, all of you, for everything. And Diana Wright, I hope it was okay I showed those pictures, but you are one talented lady. Let me tell you. Busy Pat, oh my gosh. Mint chocolate chip is Nikki's favorite. Okay, good job. Mint chocolate chip. I like that. I used to love it when I was younger. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Well, we took, do kids take typing nowadays? But we took typing, so, oh, mom's right. That's sweet. Busy Pat, it is so good to see you. Oh, good job visiting with your daughter. Oh, the newlywed. It's hard to believe it was just a year ago. Wow. Oh, so good to see you, Busy Pat. And the nice thing, too, is I always want you to have a chance. I'd always rather you spend time with your family and doing something that builds you up. But if not, you can always watch it and read it. That's the nice thing. Because I usually go back when everything quiets down and I watch it and read all the comments because it's hard for me. It's hard for a Deb to keep up with all of it sometimes. If it weren't for Susan and Diane 57, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Oh, y'all are the best. Oh, soon to be a grandmother. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Busy Pat. Oh my gosh, that is such good news. I tell you what, I know what my latest grandbaby means. All my grandbabies. That is wonderful. Oh, good. Well, let me see. Hold on a second. Since Mariella just got here and Busy Pat, let me see if I can show you Susan Smith's garden. Oh, my gosh. Susan, you've been busy. Hold on a second, and I'll show you her garden. If you have to leave, I understand, but this is so neat. Okay, let's see. Oh, these are awesome. Thank you for taking these pictures. And I love how you have the cypress or whatever that give you a little privacy. That is so nice. Okay, got the first 3 downloaded. Now let me go for the second. Yay! And I'm just saving them, so I haven't looked at all except the first one. This is great. All right, ready for more pictures? All right, here we go. Let me turn this around again. This is going to be fun. All right, where are they? Here is Susan Smith's garden. Oh, man, I miss having a garden. Look at this. That is beautiful. Oh, look, beans and squash, tomatoes. Oh, I see sunflowers. Oh, beautiful. Okay, let me close that. Let me see if it'll let me go on to the next one. All right. What? Oh my goodness, what is this big plant? Must be some kind of squash, maybe zucchini. It looks like it has little white on the, you know how zucchini leaves are bicolored? Oh, look at the sunflowers. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. Oh, look at them. They're so tall. There's a fruit tree, maybe a peach tree right there. Oh, look at all those sunflowers. And you've got something else growing up there too. A vine, maybe pickles, cucumbers, I don't know. Oh, pepper plants right here. And are these potatoes? These look like potatoes. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I really miss having a garden. Oh my gosh. Look at her corn. When the corn gets as high as an elephant's eye, look at that corn. You're going to have a great crop. Okay, and then this is squash here. And that's, I think, potatoes. Oh my gosh. Fabulous. But look at that corn. That's so sturdy looking. Wow. Pardon me while I drool. I just miss having a vegetable garden. I live on a lot that's all shade. Oh, look at this. Is that a cardinal creeper? Hold on. No, it looks like some kind of sweet pea type plant. Scarlet runner beans. I bet you that's what it is. Oh my gosh, look at those. You have a very well fertilized garden. I don't know what you feed it with, hon, but that's amazing. Look at those. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the beans right there hanging. Won't be long and they'll be ready. Oh my gosh. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, let me back out. This is exciting. Okay. Oh, I wish I could come down here and visit and eat. Oh my gosh. Carrots? Don't tell me those are carrots. I've never been able. Look at the onions. Oh my gosh. Ah, I see the secret. Soaker hoses. Y'all are smart. Yeah, these are huge. Squash plants. Huge. Makes me wonder what variety. Ah, beets. I see some beets over here. Yum. Ooh, she's got something covered. Oh, is that collards or broccoli? Some kind of brassica there. I wonder what she's got covered. It's probably to keep it from getting those moths that lay the eggs. But those carrots are unbelievable, hon. My gosh, y'all are good at this. That is amazing. I've never had that beautiful of a garden. Never, ever. That was fabulous. Thank you so much. Wow. I am just blown away by your gardening ability. It's absolutely beautiful. It looks like something from Victory Garden. Let me get back to the page where y'all are. That is just unbelievable. Wow. Ah, patty pan, yellow straight neck. Cabbage is covered. Ah, to keep it, what do they call it? Is it flea beetles or is it more the cabbage looper moth or something like that? It's Rick's garden. Aw. Man. The sunflowers are volunteers. Cucumbers. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. Tell Rick that has been an amazing work, an amazing effort from him. That is amazing. I am so impressed. I am so strawberries in the garden too. Oh wow. Oh, but you know what? Sunflowers are so beautiful. I can't imagine not having them. And those potatoes, oh my gosh, they're going to be delicious. My kids used to think it was so much fun. We'd get out with the pitchforks and we'd have to tell them, don't jump in to grab anything till we tell you, because we would pitchfork the soil and then crank it back and all these, it's like digging for gold. That is wonderful. 35 quarts of strawberries. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've never seen carrots grown so well. So I'm amazed. I'm absolutely amazed. Well, he must have really improved his soil. So that's wonderful. Only on a half an acre and you're that productive. Wow. Unbelievable. Mm. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't go near wasps. My son-in-law evidently stepped on a hill of ground bees last time. And wow. Susan, you please tell Rick I bow down to the gardening master. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. That's amazing. Boy, I'm getting hungry thinking about, oh my gosh, beautiful thing. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you. Well, it's about time for a Deb girl to get going. I want to congratulate Busy Pat again for becoming a grandmother soon. It's going to be a great ride, hon. Just enjoy it. I want to thank everyone again who just makes this site so much fun for me. And you all mean so much to me. And everything you bring every Sunday to the Yahoo site is just fabulous. And I thank you. I thank you. So this week, I've been asking you the last few weeks, continue to be kind. And especially to somebody that people might walk past and not think to be kind to. And you know what? I had a counselor tell me one time, when you get angry because you're driving and somebody does something you don't like, maybe they're having a really bad day. Like one of the bad days we all have had at some point in our life. And you know, if you think that way, it'll protect your heart and it'll give them just that touch of kindness they might need. But make sure this week I'm going to do it. I'm going to be doing Pasanki because I need to be good to myself. And I think I'm going to drag Mark with me out to see The Lion King. My daughter said it's so hard to believe it's CGI or pixelated or whatever because she said it's amazing. And it made my daughter Katie want to get a pet lion, but she realizes that was a movie. But anyway, do something good for yourself, whether it's taking a walk in a garden, whether it is going to see a movie, whether it's just sitting down and instead of cleaning that thing in the house, or instead of doing whatever, cleaning that toilet, you have my permission. Not that you need it to just sew or do something special just for you. I still don't have my hammock up inside the house. I gotta remind him. That's one of those 10 reminder ones because he really doesn't want to do it. But if I ask him real sweet, make him another cake. But anyway, do something good just for yourself. I love you the best. Have a great week. Enjoy your life because this is the only one we get and we're going to make it the best. Thank you, everyone. Nikki, it was delightful to have you here. And how nice. It's so nice to hear Nikki's voice and her point of view. So take good care. I love you to bits. I love it. Okay, I'll bake him a cake, Susan, and on top of the cake, I will put in icing a hammock. I like it. Susan's my kind of gal. Yep, my kind of gal. Take care, everyone. You're the best. See you, Miss Cheryl Lemon Sunshine. So take care. Bye, guys. Y'all are the best. Y'all make me laugh. I love it. Laughing is priceless. Take care.